Welcome to H2K Infosys. H2K Infosys is a e-verify business based in Atlanta, Georgia, United States. We provide 100% job-oriented, instructor-led, face-to-face, true live online software training programs. It also includes access to Cloud Test Lab with software tools. We provide live project for you to work on. We also provide assistance with mock interviews, resume preparation and review, and job placement assistance. H2K Infosys is trusted by so many students across the world. H2K Infosys provides world-class services in IT training with real-time project work for corporates and individuals, special IT training for MS students in the United States, software design, development, QA manual and automation, performance testing and maintenance, IT staff augmentation, job placement assistance, and tech support.
Oh, okay. Again, it is breaking in the last part. Okay, what I understood is there exceptions mentioned in the requirements document? That's what your question. If that is the thing, then yes. Okay, the exceptions will be mentioned in the requirements or the use cases. Then I don't really understand your second part of the question because that's where actually your voice is very bad.
Let me try one last time. I'm saying if exception is there, so the test.
Again, it's gone.
Okay, let it be.
Okay. Or you can type it in the chart window. Okay. Okay, so that's what actually like the first part of this use case. If the user login is successful, that's what actually I understood. That's working fine. And then, so what is the next one is the exceptions. Okay, if the password is missing. Okay, then here I'm going to enter the username and the password is missing. Then the application is giving any kind of exceptions. Okay, so the use case is this one. Okay, that's what the application is. Okay, so this way just you are trying to understand, just execute, try to execute the use cases or the requirements and then see what's actually happening on the application. That way you will get an idea. Okay, oh, okay, these are the things that's happening on the application. That way you know the functionality, right? So that is the first step. And also you're going to make sure when you do this kind of execution manually, so you're going to look at, do you have sufficient data? Okay, do you have sufficient test data for this kind of testing? Because obviously you need test data when you develop your automation test scripts also, right? So that's what you're going to look at. You have the data and you have the functionality and everything is clear. Okay, that is the first step. Then, what is the next step? Okay, you got the clear understanding about this use case. Okay, so if password is missing, this kind of exception, then you're going to leave the username is missing, then it's going to give different kinds of exceptions, like saying that username was empty. If both are missing, then it's giving different kinds of exceptions. So that's what actually the use case says, right? And then if you enter something a wrong username, then it's giving altogether a different exception, right? And if it's missing, then it gives this kind of exception. So these are the different things that we are trying to explore on the application by executing these use cases or the requirement. Okay, then we got an idea how the use case works, and then we also have the data. Okay, so I got the usernames and passwords. I think pretty much I'm good to develop this script because I have the data also for usernames and passwords. Then what is the next step? What's the next step? Write test cases. So we don't write the test cases usually. Okay. That's basically done by, see, basically that's what actually you have to remember. It all depends on the project to project. Some projects we do the manual test cases and then we are going to develop the automation scripts. It's a mixed role. But some projects, what happens is you are taking as an automation tester, then directly you're going to automate the use cases. Maybe there are no test cases done for the particular project. So you want to develop the scripts directly based on the use case of the requirements, this kind of thing. Okay. Most of the projects you will get the test cases. Okay. Then you're going to automate them. Like what we discussed in the basic classes, right? Like flight application, what are the test cases? But in some projects, we don't have any test cases written. So directly you're going to develop some scripts based on the use case. Okay. So it varies from project to project, but you have to be ready for anything. Okay. Okay. Then what's the next step? Assume like you have the test cases or the use cases. It's ready. Then what's the next step? Set up a framework. Okay. So even before you set up the framework, first you need to educate QTP, right? First you have to prepare QTP. So what is that application you are going to test? So that first you need to understand, right? So you need to look at what is that application you are going to test. Is it a Java application or a .NET application or something else? So first you need to understand that part. So you talk to the developer or you talk to your manager and then try to ask him, okay, what is this application, on what technology this particular application is developed. Then you can say, no, this is a Java application. Then you need to make sure Java add-in is QTP. Okay, the second step. Okay, the same thing like even we discussed in the initial classes. Okay, so that's the sixth step. Second step is make sure the appropriate add-ins are installed with QTP. That means you are preparing QTP to recognize your application. That is the second step. Then the third step is you are going to set up the framework. That's what actually you are going to do. So like the set up the framework is basically you're going to set up this folder structure. And then you are going to fill these different folders, right, with different files. Okay, the first thing is you are going to prepare the data, the test data, right? So depends on the use case, so you're going to prepare your test data, like in an Excel sheet. What you're going to look at? Excel sheet. So what you do, just open the Excel sheet. Then you're going to prepare the data. Okay, just you rename this sheet 1 to say valid login. Okay, that is the sheet name. And here you're going to put the column header, say username and the password. Okay, so this is the these are the column headers, and now you're going to put your test data. So what are the data you want to test with? Okay, so these are the two different usernames, right? So you prepare the data accordingly. Then this is the password. Okay, so that way, the password is CRM SFA. Okay, so this is a valid login sheet. And then the use case says you have some invalid login also, right? The exceptions. So that we are going to prepare second sheet. So you rename this something invalid login. That is the sheet name. And then again, you're going to put the username and password. And let me copy this one. Okay, so that's the username and password. And now you're going to prepare the data, right? So what are the different exceptions? Now you see from the use case, the first one is the password is missing. Okay, then that means the username is there, the demo CSR, and the password is missing. And in case of valid login, you're going to put up the error message also, right? So what are that error messages? Okay, and then so you're going to put here, if the password is missing, this is the kind of error message. And you're going to copy and paste it here. So there is no password in this case. And then the next one is, if username is missing, this is the message, right? So in this case, there is no username, so the password is there. And then this is the message. And the third one is, if both username and password is missing, so this is the message. This way you're going to prepare your test database on the use case. If both username and password is missing, this is the message. And then next one is, if username is wrong, this is the message, right? That means here you're going to enter, the password is correct, but username is wrong. Then the message is this one. Then what's the next one? If password is wrong, then this is the message. Okay, so username is correct in this case, and then password is wrong. Then this is the message. So this way you are going to prepare one more sheet for invalid login, and then you are going to save this sheet. Save it. And here, whenever just you save it, like Excel sheet, right? You have to save this as 2003 compatible. Okay. If you are using, say, Microsoft Office 2010, so make sure you save this as 2003 workbook. Okay. So select this and then name this as test data. And then you're going to save it to your framework folder, right? It is under, say, my computer, C. So under C, test automation, and then okay. So see my computer, then open that data folder, and you're going to save it as test data compatible with 2003 and save it. So that way, this is the first step you're going to do, prepare your test data. Right? So any questions?
Actually, we are not putting the result, pass or fail.
No, the pass or fail, this is not the manual test case, right? So pass or fail will be done by the tool. Okay. So it's going to write the result like the pass or fail.
So script automatically writes the result pass or fail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So any other questions? This is the test data. That's what you're going to prepare, and the results will be done by the tools.
Where did you save it again, the Excel sheet?
It goes to the test data folder of your framework. See, if you go to your test automation and see test automation open test, and the data folder has this Excel sheet, test data Excel sheet. Okay, this is the one. Okay. So once you prepare these sheets, and that is pretty much like you prepare your test data for the use case, what you're going to develop the scripts. And then the next part is the library. And you're going to prepare the project constants, right? So what you can do is you just open QTP and then create all these project constants, right? So let me close this. Okay, so for example, you're creating, say, new test. And then create a function library here, say new function library. We're going to define all your project constants, say public, and then constant. You're going to say, because it's a web application, of course, you will get the application URL. And then you're going to provide what that application URL here. Okay. So this is the application URL, right? So just copy it and then paste it here. And then you have to provide, you have to put it under double quotes. So this is the application URL. This is one project constant, right? So, and also like you can define another constant because it's a web application. Probably you can test it on different browsers, right? So that way you're going to say public constant, and now I'm going to test the browser type is say Internet Explorer IE. So this is because it's a web application, so you're going to test this application across different browsers. So initially to start with, we're going to test it on Internet Explorer. So this way you're going to come up with different browsers, different project constants, and then you can save this, say file, save, and then you're going to save it again under C test automation open tabs, and this has to go to the lib folder because these are the project constants. So select the lib folder and then name this file as a constant. Okay, constants, and this is a quick test function library. Save it. So that was just you created the constant file also. This is the one. Okay, so we created the data folder and then we created the constants file. Alright, clear? Any questions? Okay. So then, once you're done with this constant, anyway, like we are going to add more and more constants to the project. But for the time being, like these are the two different constants. And then the next one is the next one. So we worked on the data folder and then we worked on the list folder. And now you can create some shared object repositories to your application, right? So how to create the shared object repositories? So basically, so you're going to open the application. Okay, so this is the application. I want to create the shared object repository for this. Okay, so resources and select object repository. And then click anywhere on the project. Say add objects to local. And then click anywhere on this page because I want to capture all these objects. And then it gives, this is the hierarchy, right? The browser contains page, and page has different elements. So now I want to add everything from this page, right? So you're going to select from this hierarchy the page object. Because you are going to add all objects on this page. So select the page object and then click OK. And then so you will get this window and then you can select the default object type and then click OK button. So that is going to add all the objects from this page. These are all the different objects. And now you can share this because you have to create a shared object repository for this. Because by default it's going to create a local object repository. So now you are going to create a shared object repository by doing file, export, local objects, and then again this shared object repository has to go to the framework folder, test automation, open tabs, and then you can go to the war folder and then name this. So even yesterday we discussed, right, the coding standards. So you have to name them properly. Say something war underscore login. Okay. So this way, this is the naming convention, right? War underscore login and save it. Okay, so that way you can create the shared object repositories. Even if you look at the folder, the war folder, then you see war login object repository is created. So this way you're going to create the shared object required trace and save it under the work folder. Okay. And then the next step is you do the scripting. Okay. So let's select now you're going to locate the scripting part. And this is anyway like the object repository you get. And now, so you can do the scripting and you follow all those coding standards. Right? So the first thing is, so you have to do the commenting. Say force the tester to declare variables. So that's where the first statement should be option explicit. And then this is actually like the standard template, like how you're going to develop the scripts in real time. Okay. The first statement is option explicit, and then the next one is you can load the library file, if any. So you're going to load library file. So how do you load the library file? Load or associate, both are same. Okay, so let me save the script. Save file, save, and then the script has to go to again your test automation folder, and then it goes to the script folder. So open that, the scripts. Then you're going to say this is a valid login script. Okay, this is the script name that has to go to the scripts folder of your project. Save it. And then, so how we are going to load or associate library files? There are different ways, right? So either you can do this way, file settings, and then go to resources, and then select the file name. This is one way. The other way you can do it is directly in the code, the script is using execute file. Execute file, and you're going to mention the file name with path. Like, say, we define one library file, right? That is under lib. There's a constant file. Just now we created, and we want to associate that. So this way, just you can associate the library file. Okay, using execute file method. All right. Clear? Any questions so far?
So is this the same thing as associating? Instead of associating, you're just using the execute file?
Yeah.
Do
So
you feel?
you can use the execute file, and you can mention the library file name, this path, or you can also do this way, like file settings, and then resources, you can select that particular file.
Okay, thanks. And when you talked of constants, I think there was also a question on the chat that on the real time we declare two constants. Are there usually more constants, like common constants, common scenario constants that would come up in any real time project?
Yeah. So we are going to discuss, because right now actually like I defined two constants, but as we move on, we'll keep add the constants to that constant file.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. All right. So So I'm going to stop here and then we'll continue this scripting tomorrow. Have you any questions? Let me know. Okay. So the tomorrow class is at 8 o'clock. I think somebody is saying 9 o'clock. Tomorrow is at 8 o'clock. Any questions? Friday classes, I already set the schedule, right? So Friday classes, I'm 9 to 11. But Saturday and Sunday class, that is the tentative schedule. But I will let you know on Friday if any changes.
Saturday also class there?
Yeah, there is a class. We will see the timings. I will update on Friday.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So any other questions?
Sri, can we discuss any other modules like any accounts or any waste modules too?
Yeah. Once we are done with this login, we will do that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you. See you tomorrow.
So many of our students have given testimonials on how our training programs are. You will find them on kudzu.com and on our website h2kinfosys.com. On our website h2kinfosys.com, you will also find more detailed information on who we are, the courses that we offer, what each course covers. Also, if you're interested in a demo program, please register on our homepage on the left-hand side. Just give us more information about yourself and we will send you a link for a demo class. The demo class is absolutely free. Experience our commitment by just attending an orientation workshop at no cost. Our team of faculty and advisors are here to guide you with the right information. If you still have more questions, please feel free to call us. Call us at 770-777-1269. This is a United States number. If you're calling from the UK, call us at 020-337-17615. You can also email us at training@h2kinfosys.com or h2kinfosys@gmail.com. Thank you for watching our videos. We wish you a great career in information technology.